Hello everybody, internet, Facebook, YouTube, halfmeasuredroom.com. This is Oliver here to do my weekly video log. I was having some questions about this earlier today, asking myself about how I was going to do about this. I didn't realize until this morning that the hour had changed. In case you didn't know, we're supposed to fall back an hour. So I woke up, I thought I woke up at 9, but actually I woke up at 8 this morning, and it's getting dark a little earlier than I thought. Lots going on for me next weekend. I get my daughter every weekend. For y'all that don't know, through the divorce and everything, my ex-wife and I, we decided, the weekends were the best time for me, which really helps me out. But next weekend I'm going to this thing called the Fun Fest, which for those of y'all that don't live in Texas or Austin, Fun is it's you've heard of ACL probably, Austin City Limits Festival. You've probably heard of South by Southwest. Fun Fest is a similar thing. It goes on for a whole weekend, 3 days, and I believe the original intent was to bring together bands that had broken up, and it's a lot of music that me and my current wife like. A lot of punk rock, heavy metal. There's some rap there that I like. She doesn't like rap, but there's some rap that I like that's old school. So Nos is going to be one of the headliners. For those of y'all that don't know, Nos, for instance, in particular, is pretty neat to involve in this talk about spirituality and recovery. Nos. What happened to my... Oh no! I hope my video's still running. Okay. This thing for Time Warner keeps showing up, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. But anyway, Nos is from Queens, I believe, Queensbridge in New York City. And, I believe used to be involved in all that, violence and drugs and things like that. I don't know if he used or anything like that, but I imagine he was around a big crowd of that kind of stuff, and it's talked about in some of his early albums, and a lot of bad language, of course, since rap. But he's changed over the past few years. I believe he may be Christian, but he does no longer curses, and I didn't realize this until I saw one of his albums. His first album has this anniversary edition, and I thought that was really cool. So I bought it and brought it home because I wanted to listen to it, and it was all edited, man. It was all scratched out and bleeped out, and I just made me mad. I had to take it back and get the original version. But that's when I read something about him, that he's changed. He no longer curses in his music, and so I thought that was interesting. But he's going to be one of the headliners at Fun this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. So yeah, I took my daughter back a little later than usual on Sunday. But there's this park that I saw. We went to this thing called Fan Fest this weekend. It was free. For those of y'all that maybe familiar with Austin, we had this Circuit Americas track built a couple years ago. It's for, I think, Formula One racing and stuff like that. But X Games came to Austin last year for the first year. I think it's going to be here for 3 years. But that's where X Games is at, is the Circuit of Americas. And it's we're kind of south of town, real close to Lockhart, out in the middle of nowhere, and it's very expensive. I went to X Games for 1 day last year, and it was just $20 to park, and I was in this gravel parking lot. Had to have been a mile away from the actual stadium area, and there was no bus or anything to come out there and pick me up to take me, and I was pretty upset about that. $20 to park in this gravel field and walk over this gravel, which hurt the bottom of my feet, for a mile. That was a little ridiculous. But anyway, I'm kind of getting outside the scope of recovery, aren't I? I'm just trying to let you know where I'm at today. We went to this Fan Fest thing yesterday. It was free for Circuit of Americas. We ate lunch there, which we had to pay for, of course. But everything else was free. They had these big bouncy balls for the kids to get in and bounce, and they had those big things with the bouncy thing. You put the harness on and you bounce. I forgot what they're called. And that was free for the kids. A bunch of really cool stuff for kids, and they had 3 stages. with music playing. And if you walk down the street, this was in downtown Austin. If you walk down the street, they had a skateboard ramp, and Monster was there serving drinks for free. That was kind of cool. But when we went to this fan fest, I drove past this park, and I totally forgot about this place. This pavilion is really cool. As you can see, people like to visit here and hang out. There's a guy down there playing some music. That's why I'm not sitting in the pavilion. I thought I'd come up here. And this is a picnic table, so this is really helpful. I'm not shaking my screen like I was in the last video. But the thing that really caught my interest about doing a video log here was, I don't know if you can see, but across the street, that's the Austin City courthouse. I've never been to court there. I've never been arrested in Travis County. That's always been Williamson County for me. I live in Cedar Park. But across the street from the courthouse, that's the courthouse. Oh man, this thing's just that's driving me nuts. But across the street from that, I believe that's the jail over there, the Travis County City Jail. So kind of interesting. To have this little park, and I'm not really sure what this park was. I was going to go by and look at. I'm sure they have some kind of historical marker here that kind of tells you what this park is about. I didn't have time to go read that and look at it before. I wanted to get this vlog out of the way before it got dark, man. It's getting dark a lot quicker. Oh, let me show you this. I can probably show you the state capitol if I can get over here. Let's see. I think we can. Yeah. We can barely see the tip of the where's it at? Oh man, I know it's over there somewhere. Where is it? Did I miss it already? No, it's got to be right over. Where is it? I saw it just a minute ago. There it is. That's the state capitol over there next to that tall building over there. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of a neat park to see. It's getting dark over here underneath the tree, but I just thought it was kind of a neat place to come and do a video log. It's got a lot chillier here for those of y'all that live up north in the United States. I'm sure it's gotten cold where you're at here. It's dropped down in the 60s and 70s during the day, and at night, lower 50s, upper 40s. So I wanted to come out here and do this outside thing one more time. I don't know about next week, and I'm going to be doing the fun, so I may have to wake up early Sunday morning and do this video log because I don't know if just don't know if I'm gonna have time when I come back home Sunday night, because I'm gonna have to log in, do my homework real quick, and get to bed so I can get to work and everything. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me lately. Yeah, this thing that keeps popping up on my screen here, I guess in Austin there's a lot of Wi-Fi at parks and stuff like that, and it comes from the Time Warner cable company, which I believe is they sold it to somebody else now. But this window keeps popping up wanting me to log into the Time Warner, but I'm not wanting to get on the internet here. I just wanted to take this video and then go back to the house and get on my Wi-Fi there and upload it to YouTube and Facebook and halfmeasuresroom.com. But yeah, anyway, we're move forward here a little bit. We're in the 7th step in our 12-step program. That's what I'm supposed to be covering in the video log. I just kind of want to get y'all up to date on what's going on with me lately. It's really interesting. I was reading that Richard Rohr this morning. On Saturdays, that email that he sent, that they send me through Richard Rohr. It's kind of an update of what's been said and all the devotionals throughout the week, and just like little phrases from each day. But Sunday is like the first day of the next series for the next week, and it was talking about this ripening, which I really liked. And I forgot to bring my phone. I left it down in my car. It's like a block away, so I don't want to run down there and get it. But it's all about this ripening, and that if we stick to the old ways and the old stuff in our lives, that our fruit in our bodies and our minds and our spirits, our fruit can really can become rotten and bad, and it's best for us to ripen our fruit and let it become new by exploring these new ideas and attitudes and feelings and actions in our lives, which for me is a really great beginning to the 7th step program work and in sobriety and recovery. I've been going a lot over this stuff using the big book and the 12 and 12. So tonight I brought the NA basic text to read out of that. Now, I used to have it. It Works, How, and Why. I really like that one. It's this like the NA 12 and 12. I really like that book, but I ended up giving it to a buddy of mine who's a narcotics addict, and he was looking to start working a program, and so I gave him my copy of that. But I need to get another copy. I really like that one. But this main text is really good. It has like a How It Works chapter, just like the big book does, and it goes over the steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and read what it says. I already had it highlighted, which is pretty interesting. But here on page 35, it's at the bottom page. This is our road to spiritual growth. We change every day. We gradually and carefully pull ourselves out of the isolation and loneliness of addiction and into the mainstream of life. Oh man, that damn window for Time Warner came up again. I wish that would go away. Growth is not the result of wishing, but of action and prayer. The main objective of step 7 is to go get out of ourselves and strive to achieve the will of our higher power. This is really good. I like this part. It says, if we are careful and fail to grasp the spiritual meaning of this step, we may have difficulties and stir up old troubles. One danger is being too hard on ourselves. Sharing with others recovering addicts will help us to avoid becoming morbidly serious about ourselves. This is the ripening thing, I believe, that I was reading this morning. It's really in line with this. Accepting the defects of others can help us become humble and pave the way for our own defects and be relieved. God often works through those who care enough about recovery to help make us aware of our shortcomings. And I don't know if I went over this last week, but I sat down and did 4 and 5 with last weekend with this guy I've known for a while in the program. And at that men's retreat, we went through all 12 steps in a matter of 3 days, and I sat down and did 4 and 5 with this guy that I've known for a while. I've never done any step work with him, but I've known him for a long time, and we had a lot of this similar shortcomings, and it was really neat that was highlighted. And when the people went over 6 and 7 during the presentations, they talked about this one guy talked about going through our inventory and looking at the shortcomings in our 4th column that are repeated. Which is something that my sponsor has done for me, and is like, Oliver, it looks to me like jealousy is a big trait you have over here in this 4th column. That may be something we need to work on. So if I'm ready to have these good and bad things removed from me and dealt with in a fashion, then I'm ready to give them up to my higher power. If I'm truly ready to change over and turn my will and my life over and really make good on that decision from the 3rd step, then that's what the 7th step is all about. I'm turning my good and my bad over to my higher power in hopes of becoming more helpful to those in need, that I can be of service to. There's lots of prayers in our literature, and I didn't feel like repeating them in these vlogs. I really wanted to come from my experience and just not repeat stuff over and over again, because I'm already reading stuff out of these books for these video logs. But that's what these prayers are. There's one for the 7th step. There's one I think there's one for all of them. And I'll get to that later on. But before I end the vlog, man, it's starting to get dark, isn't it? I wish there was a light on this laptop, but there's not. There's this little green light right here. I don't know what that is. I guess that's letting me know, hey, the camera's rolling. Yeah, it's the prayers are a good thing, and once I'm truly ready, the 7th step and the 3rd step are prayers that I go to every morning, and along with the other list of prayer, and that, for me, that's what this whole 12-step program leads toward. Is communion with my higher power, having this relationship, which since I don't really hear voices from the sky or from the earth from my higher power, they come from people like y'all. I hear them from other people, messages. But that's what I ask my higher power for in my morning prayers, is for help in hearing his, to remove my judgments from other people, and to find my similarities and the things that I need, and to hear his message from you people. Man, it's really getting dark. I hope hope I can finish this. I got about 5 minutes left. But having a group of guys in sobriety that are working through the program is real important for people like me to include in my life. And me and a guy talked about this during the retreat. In fact, he brought it up first, and we exchanged phone numbers. I helped. He was riding his motorcycle down to the retreat, so he wanted me to ask me if I could put his bag and blanket and pillow and stuff in my car to carry to the retreat, and I was fine with that. And, wow, helicopter! I hope that's not picking up somebody that got hurt or something. There's a hospital, real close to here, a couple of hospitals, and they have those flights where they got to go pick up people that have been in bad accidents. So pray for them. But anyway, getting back to where I was at, and I was telling him, we talked about, getting together. We have the same sponsor, which that was kind of neat, figuring that out during the retreat. But we were saying, that we really need to have a group of guys and to talk with and keep in contact with, and that's good coming forward with the shortcomings, and finding, where I'm at fault and the similarities in other people that are going through the same things that I am. But there's something that I have kind of been doing. I've been a real bad person about keeping in contact with other guys, except for my sponsor. But I do when I do those devotionals in the morning, the Richard Rohr, and I do the 24 hours a day book. There's that damn Time Warner Cable thing again. God damn. And I do the 24 hours a day book and the daily reflections. So after I read those, I Photoshop them, I take pictures of them, and then I send them as text messages to a couple people that I know that have about the same sobriety I have, and occasionally, once or twice a week, we'll talk about this stuff. If it really strikes a chord in us, and it's something that's really going on in our lives, we'll talk about that, which is really cool. Wow, it's getting dark, folks. But there is a street light over there. I guess I could go over there. I just really don't like moving, man. This table's perfect for me. I got about 3 minutes left, and I'll just wrap this up real quick. I didn't really know what to do as far as the link on the bottom of this video, underneath the video on the halfmeasuresroom.com, and something that did come to mind. I was thinking at first, instead of going and having this video log over here at this pavilion, I was going to go where they have a statue down by the river, a statue of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he has if you go check it out on XA Speakers, he has a speaker tape, which is really cool because he was in sobriety. He's no longer with us, but he did stay sober for quite some time before he died. And I just thought that was neat. I was going to do the video log in front of the statue and then have that link to his speaker tape. I read the video, but that didn't work out. But something I did think about was, I don't know if I've said this before, but Half Measures Room has many different names for me, as far as having a name for a blog website about recovery. And one of them, and I may have spoken about this in an earlier vlog, but one of them is, using the internet itself is not a way to stay sober. I think that's only going to help somebody for so long. I really think working a program and doing some stuff out in the world is what's important and what's key. Same thing with just going to meetings. I don't think is enough. Just 1 hour a day is not enough. There's stuff I gotta do all throughout the day in order for me to stay sober. And it begins in the morning when I do those devotionals and those prayers. And I keep my prayers very simple, very generic, and I ask for help with people that I know that are going through problems, even though I don't want to play God. I don't really know what exactly they need. I know what they're going through, because of their pain and the things that they're losing in life. But something that I do like is apps. If you're in a place with your kids and they're playing at the park and you're bored, or if you're just at a get together with some family or stuff and they're drinking and you're just not having a good time, having that app on your phone is very helpful. And one of my favorite ones is this is called the 12-Step Companion. When I was on MySpace, 12-Step Companion friended Half Measures Room. And it's an app that you have to buy. It's not free, but it's only a couple bucks, and it works. I've had it for years. I bought it, years ago, for $2, and I've gone from Android, now I have iPhone, and it's stayed with me. It has the big book in there. It has all the prayers for all the steps. It has stories in there. It's great. And there's even notes. You can write notes down and keep them on your phone, which is excellent. So that's the link I'm gonna put at the bottom of this video, and click on that and check out 12-Step Companion. It's awesome. It also has on its home page, when you click on it on your phone, the first thing that pops up is you put in your sobriety date. The first thing that pops up is it'll tell you how many years, months, days, hours, and minutes you've been sober, which is it's awesome. And I know y'all probably already have some apps like this. They were free, but this one is the best one that I've seen. I paid for it. But this link I'm putting down I think it's gonna have a list of all the best sobriety apps. So check it out. But it's getting dark. I'm gonna close this thing down and send it off and log in when I get home after I have some dinner and stuff. I hope y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all next Sunday.